Thank you very much. You are very dangerous. Well, I can say to the glory of God, we have attained fulfillment of our promises to our people, to the level of over 95%. Yes, and the Ebonyi people are here to testify. But success creates, other challenges. And so the promises are now, endless. Because as you solve one problem, you get to others. And these promises will remain until we get to the promised land, to the fulfillment of the visions and missions of our founding fathers. This is very important. I don't believe that as a governor, I should be castigating the president. I've said this severally. Is Mr. President doing everything right? The answer is no. It's only God who can do everything right. But it's not my duty to castigate him. It's not my duty to rubbish him. It's the only boss I have. And so, my first boss is my wife. Then, before the president, who is our overall boss. So, I will not castigate Mr. President. I will not. And there is nothing at the federal level that is not at the state level. The state is a federating unit, and the powers of the state are also enormous. The state, they have their own laws, and so there are things that federal government cannot do in any state. And so it's not because of fear, but it's because I should not attack Mr. President. The president is the symbol of the country. The party can say anything against the president, against the other political parties. But if a governor should raise his voice and castigate the president, the international community will take it more seriously. Because the governor of a state is a mini president. So this is important. And again, I'm not ashamed to say it's my friend. So I maintain that, but does not mean that I will not support my party, and their ideologies. This is very important, and I want people to know. And you said back home. You see, back home we have pretenders who don't mean well for our state. We have pretenders who have had the opportunity of, lightening the burden of our people, but they did not. They are not supporting Mr. President here. Because if they are supporting the president, what they want is my job. And I won't allow them to take the job. Because they don't mean well, Those who have had the opportunity of being governors, they should tell us their legacies. And when they go to Abuja and they deceive the leaders in Abuja that they are on ground, let them do one rally to show that they are on ground. Let them parade the leaders in the state that are backing them. So they are looking for my job to still set the state backwards. They are not supporting Mr. President. If they are supporting Mr. President, I will know. But I will not fold my hands and allow them to take my job. So that is, when you see them, tell them they are jokers. They are dealing with a divine, calling. I'm a divine calling, and we have divine mandates. So they have to, get through God before they can get to me. The revenue profile. I have said that in Nigeria, the cost of projects is the highest in the world. That is where our problem is. But fortunately, I've been, I was trained in civil engineering. I major in project management and the cost-benefit analysis of projects. I've been a contractor, and very good one. And so I deploy all this. And with the calling and fear of God, a project that could cost any other state 500 million per kilometer. We do it between 100 and 150 million per kilometer. It will shock you to know that 8 inches concrete roads, grade 40, engineers will understand what I mean by grade 40. Our bridges is of grade 55, concrete mixture. And we follow the contractors with, our daily, cast concrete, cubes that we cast. We also do static, destructive test on site after you cast this thing. So, some of the expatriates that are working with us, they tell me, Chinese, that your price small, but you pay on time. You pay on time. So, the magic is that our price is low, our quality is high, but we also pay on time. One of my detractors, my former SAG, said that we are owing contractors in the state 53 billion. I want any contractor that is being owed 10 naira. I'm not saying 100 million. 10 naira in the state, let him publish it in the newspaper. Any contractor that is being owed 10 naira, he should publish it in the newspaper, and let the world see it. As we talk now, there is no certificate on my table that is not paid. No certificate. So this is what we are doing.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I hope you will be disposed to take questions from 2 seasoned journalists on this stage.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Olakunle Abimbola is my name. I work for the Nation newspaper. First, I say greetings from Lagos. And that's why I want to first agree with you that, Lagos is the center of excellence. And you say you want to be the best in the country. Well, we'll welcome you to compete with us. And we'll see how Ebonyi can go. But strictly, let me say that I've observed your politics. And really, it's been very heartwarming to me personally. Because you play politics of enlightenment, non-confrontation, and all that. And let me say too, I'm enthralled by your politics of development. I'm a developmentalist myself. Any government that provides infrastructure, which is, the saying is that teach them, don't give them fish, teach them how to fish. That's what infrastructure does to you. And by first coming to Ebonyi, I think last year, I was enthralled because we had a lot of things. Ebonyi was the backwaters, people are very backward. I know that Senator Onye was telling me that I should come and see myself. And really I came, I saw, and I was enthralled. Congratulations, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
But I have 2 questions. First is your politics of accommodation. You've been, when you were briefing us, you talked of a Muhammadu Buhari glass tunnel. From there, your politics, your relationship with the federal government have been very progressive, very accommodative, very friendly. How has that impacted on your policies or your ability to carry out your policies in the state? That's my first question. Then, when I came over the first time, I took some records with me, and I noticed the state has a ministry of conflict resolution of border disputes and all that. And we read in the news out of this conflict between people of Ebonyi and Cross Rivers. How has the government tried to tackle that problem? Because you talked of peace and security, and when you have conflicts like that, there are negation of peace and security. Those are my 2 questions, sir.